Hey guys, back with James and the Juice, and I'm here to give you something on the pursuit of happiness for men. It's in the very beginning of the Declaration of Independence, so for 250 years, Americans have been pursuing happiness. Must be pretty important. I'm going to give it a twist for you guys who are screen trolls, gamers, and knuckle draggers out there who can't read, and I know there's a lot of you. The key isn't the goal of happiness, it's the happiness of the pursuit. Happiness is not a place you get to. It isn't the happy house you always live in, or even a happy hotel for the perfect vacation. In fact, if you must have a vacation from your life to survive your life, then perhaps the life you've chosen isn't right for you. Happiness is elusive and abstract, like love. You can't see it, but if you could see it, it's a bit like seeing something flit by the corner of your eye in your peripheral vision. And when you look at it directly, it's gone, like a ghost or a small bird. In other words, if you make it a goal, you'll miss it, especially if you take the wrong path to get there. It comes when you find something meaningful to make your purpose in life. And money is not a purpose, it's a tool. Let's take a real life example. Let's assume you agree that you make money so you can be happy. And you have to have a certain amount so you're not living under a bridge. So, okay, let's go with that. Let's say money is your aim in life. Let's do it like most Americans. It is the main thing in their life. Money's going to make us secure from all of life's problems. So we set out to make the first million or 5 million, and then we can be happy. Then people will like you, and they think you're smart, and pretty women will follow at your feet. So during the course of running a company to get a lot of money, if you can do it and around 90% fail, you don't see your wife very much because you're too busy. Your stress and 80-hour work weeks don't allow you to exercise much, and you're starting to take pills and you can't sleep well. You're not feeling good. You gain weight. You start comparing yourself to other power men making their millions and wonder, am I good enough? Then your wife has an affair. She's falling in love with someone who has hair because your hair is falling out. And they have the time to love her because you don't. And your kids are taken care of by a nanny and you don't see them very much. Even your work doesn't excite you anymore. Then you're diagnosed with some chronic disease because the stress of the company and all of its problems are slowly killing you. You find yourself alone with no one to share your money with. Worse than even that, you find you've lost your ability to be happy. You've forgotten how to feel joy. This is life's happiness trap. It's a tragic irony. More money than we need does not make us happier. Science has proven this in many studies. Truly understanding what makes a happy, rich life can help you shape a better path for yourself. So, when you're thinking about money, be careful what you wish for. So, here's some happy facts. Science tells us that happiness depends on two things, nature and nurture. Nature is how you were born and your DNA, and nurture is how you were raised. So you could blame your parents for your state of happiness because they gave you both. Isn't that nice? It's always nice to blame someone else, isn't it? So we're born with the DNA to have some kind of baseline of happiness that we more or less stick with in life. Even people who win the lottery, they eventually return to that baseline of happiness. This is the nature of it. The nurture part is how we were raised as kids, and this affects our joy in life too. If you had mean, angry, shaming, fearful parents, then you see life as bad. If they were happy, loving, and emotionally stable, you get a good view of the world. So now you're all thinking, that's just which one am I? Well, you know. We can improve the nurture part of it, how we were raised, with therapy. With a good psychotherapist, becoming self-aware, being mindful, joining a men's group, all of these things help us to make that part of ourselves happier. The DNA part we have to live with. and the two of them seem to be about 50-50. So your happiness, your day-to-day calmness and peace inside of you depends on how you see life. Wait a minute, I thought it depends on what happens to me. Well, if you get hit by a bus, it does. But for most of life's experiences, depends on how you see them, how you perceive them. And you can choose to be happy. You just make the choice. And then the decisions after that in life depend on that feeling. And you get better at doing it, like exercising a muscle. The more you do it, the better life feels. And the stronger you feel, like doing curls or bench press, the better you feel. Then when life kicks you, you bounce back more easily. Happy people are defined by research as those who are resilient. They bounce back after the shit happens, and shit happens to everybody, rich or poor. When they don't go into depression, they just keep at it. They bounce right back. So that is the usual definition of happy people. More money than you need to live on does not make us happier. This has been studied over and over again. In the United States, income levels have risen since the 1950s, but happiness has stayed the same. So the two are not related. Once you get past a certain point of money, enough to live on. The question lies in what we think we need to live on. And that's another story. If you are constantly feeling the drive and yearning to have more money, someone better to love, to have a better car or house, to look better, maybe a trophy wife, to have more accomplishments, then there becomes a tipping point in the balance of joy somewhere in life. You become, inside, this never-ending process of trying to get more, of wanting more. The yearning, the constant wanting, that sense that there's never enough becomes all you feel. You're never satisfied. You only feel joy fleetingly when you're drunk or having sex or in sports, the temporary forms of happiness that I know all you guys are used to. Those are the ones you know best. But you're here to find out about all of them, and so that's why I'm here. Long-term, sustained happiness happens over time. It's the deep sense of contentment you feel as you pursue something meaningful in life, with all the joy of the good that comes in life and the bittersweet disappointment of the bad as well. They go together, and there's no way to escape that. It's sweet because you also have a reservoir of understanding of life built up inside of you. You know things will get better. If they don't now, they will later. And if they still don't and you die, your problems are over. And when they do get better, you're grateful for it, and then the experience adds to your reservoir of happiness, and you get older and you get wiser. This is how it works. Like a novel, whether writing it or reading it, it is the doing that brings the joy, not the end of the process, the end of the book. It's not the destination. Imagine hurrying through a good story or a good movie to get to the end so that you find out what happened. You miss the fun of it all. You miss the middle of it. This is how many people live their lives. All right, so now we're getting into Happiness 102. This is the higher level class. The 5 houses of happiness. One way to divide it up is by its qualities. The 5 houses concept. First one is the exciting happiness that you guys know well. The celebrations, the drinking with friends, the joy of the moment of achieving a goal. This house is ephemeral. It does not last. It vanishes quickly and can leave a hangover behind it. Most of you young guys think this is all there is, but you're completely wrong. The second house of exciting happiness is a job you like and reaching a goal or doing well in sports or gaming. This kind of happiness is temporary also. It lasts a bit longer and it can be more rewarding. Then there are 2 families of calm, lasting, what I'd call sustainable happiness. The first house is the serenity and calmness you might feel in life, if you allow yourself to feel it. Sustainable joy. You want that calmness and peace that you feel inside to last as long as possible. You compare yourself to others or to your own past, and you realize that you might really be happier than you think. The second calm happiness house is maintaining and cultivating that calm inside as a discipline, an exercise like working out. You guys work out your muscles all the time. Well, what about your happiness muscle? You make the decision to hold that feeling of equanimity inside, even in the face of all of life's problems, even in your own death. That is the second house of the calm happiness, the deep happiness. The fifth house is making yourself useful to others. Once you get happy enough, you can spread it out to other people. And relationships bring us more happiness than anything else in life. Because you're stronger inside and because you're happy, you can give to others. Then the compassion you get from that giving adds to your happiness strength. You don't need anything back as a reward except love. And because you are now the way you are, love is more than enough. See you guys again on James and the Juice. Love you all and subscribe. Thanks.